Bradford City have confirmed their first 2025 winter transfer deadline day departure as Striker Vadaine Oliver has joined League One side Shrewsbury Town on loan for the remainder of this season. If you do go on to enjoy, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Let's get into it. Now, this is one that has been rumoured over the last couple of days, and obviously Oliver signed a 3-year contract with Bradford City 2.5 years ago now, and he scored about 5 league goals for us. He's been absolutely shocking, and we're never going to see Vadaine Oliver play for Bradford City again. I am so delighted to say that we're getting probably our biggest earner off the wage, but I don't think they'll be paying all of his wages, but even if they're paying half of it, that is still a big chunk. So thank you, Shrewsbury Town. They took Alex Gilead off us in the summer. He was a big earner and didn't really get many goal contributions. Now they've done the same with Vadaine Oliver. Bradford City tweeted today at 5 PM when they said Vadaine Oliver has joined Shrewsbury Town on loan until the end of the season. Everyone at the club wishes him the best of luck for the remainder of the campaign. The article does then read Oliver in Shrewsbury loan switch. Vadaine Oliver has joined Shrewsbury Town on loan until the end of the season. The forward made 18 appearances for City this term, finding the back of the net twice. I don't know why I completely messed up. I did it earlier in the Critchlow video. Go check that one out if you haven't already. Everyone at the club wishes Vadaine the best of luck for the rest of the campaign. Obviously, with him signing for another club, Shrewsbury tweeted at 2 minutes past 5 saying, "We are pleased to announce the loan signing of Striker Vadaine Oliver. Welcome to the club, Vadaine Oliver." Their article does then read, Shrewsbury sign Vadaine Oliver on loan until the end of the season. Shrewsbury Town are pleased to confirm we have bolstered our attacking options by signing Vadaine Oliver on loan. The striker, who has been snapped up on a temporary basis from Bradford, has an excellent record across the EFL with 125 goal contributions in 480 games. That doesn't sound amazing when you include goals and an assists. And to be fair, it's not awful when you've scored about 6 goals in 3 years, but I feel a bit sorry for the Shrewsbury fans who've got to put up with him for the next 6 months. Vadaine is our 5th signing of the January transfer window following the arrivals of Dom Gabe, Callum Stewart and Ricardo Dinanga. Jamal Blackburn also put pen to paper on a deal until the end of the season. Speaking on his move to Shropshire, the Vadaine said, I don't know why he's the Vadaine. "I'm really looking forward to the challenge ahead. I have a conversation with Mickey Moore, who I know really well. I'm pretty sure Shrewsbury fans don't really like Mickey Moore. Let me know if I'm wrong down in the comment section down below. The vision the club has, I want to be a part of that. I want to help change the course of the club. They had a great win at the weekend. You can see there is a real strong togetherness in the squad. And when I spoke to Gareth, he told me all the lads believe we can do this," obviously staying up. "It was that fight which attracted me. They were probably the only club that really wanted him. We've been trying to get rid of him for the last 2 years. It was like that Instagram meme, isn't it? Where it's like, who want me? And it's 100% no. I want to come here, be vocal and be a real presence up top. I want to add goals. I don't think Gareth Ainsworth is a magician, assists and others, and bring others into play. My aim is to get us out of the situation we are in. We want to stay in the league and we are good enough to do it." I think with Gareth Ainsworth in charge, pigs can start flying if he was in charge of the pigs. What's a pig ringleader called? Where is this video going? I seem to be losing my concentration a bit in this video, but I cannot tell you how happy I am I don't have to watch this man attempt to play football anymore. And I don't really like coming on here and individually going in on players, but with the money that he's been paid at Bradford City, the fact that I've had to pay to watch him for the last 2.5 years, it hasn't been a pretty watch at times. I remember maybe 1 or 2 good games that he had. I think he scored a brace at home to Salford in the season we got into the playoffs around that January sort of time where Andy Cook was dropped and Vadaine Oliver was given a chance. We go back to when Mark Hughes signed Oliver. Oliver was brought in to replace Andy Cook. That should have been enough to sack Mark Hughes on the spot then. But I do actually wish him all the best at Shrewsbury because I think Gareth Ainsworth is a really likeable guy. I wouldn't ever like to watch Bradford City play against these teams, and thankfully we're not doing that. I haven't done that over the last couple of seasons. I know his time at QPR didn't really work out, but you saw the job that he did with Wickham, and now he's doing a very good job with Shrewsbury. Wins over Wrexham and Birmingham so far this season, along with a few other decent results. And I do think that if there is going to be anyone to get Shrewsbury out of the mess that Paul Hurst and Mickey Moore, not Mikey Moore, he's a bloody Spurs winger, have put them in potentially, I think Gareth Ainsworth is certainly the man to be able to give them the best fighting chance of avoiding relegation. And is Oliver going to come in and bag 15 goals? No. John Marquis and George Lloyd will definitely both play ahead of him, but he brings some height, I would say, but I think he's like 6'3". You see him jump for a header and he'll go to about 5'9". He somehow gets smaller. He's massively injury prone. The amount of injuries that he's had with Bradford City, and for the wages, like I said, he was on probably $4.5 grand a week, something like that. Absolutely criminal to think that he played maybe 60, 70 times for Bradford City, and I would put my house on him not even getting 10 goals in all competitions, including the EFL Trophy and the FA Cup. I think both his goals this season one were against Mansfield in the EFL Trophy, where they had, I think, a striker and a child playing centre-half. The other one was against a non-league side in Aldershot in the FA Cup. He's just not very good, I'm sorry. If we go through and have a look at Oliver's time with Bradford City, the Crewe away game wasn't his last appearance. I'm pretty sure he came on off the bench for like 5 minutes against Grimsby or something like that. But he played 12 times in League 2 this season. Just one of those matches at being a start. Played just over 2 full 90 minutes in total, only 182 minutes. That start that he did get, he was subbed off at half-time. Obviously, no goals for him. I would assume also no assists as well. Let's have a look at his duel stats. He only wins 60% of his aerial duels, which for a man who's 6'3" and not very good with the ball at his feet, 60% of your aerial duels is not amazing, in all honesty. We look at his time with us last season. Obviously spent the first half with the club and then went out on loan to Stevenage, where he didn't score. Last season for Bradford City, he made 6 appearances, none of them being a start, scored no goals, got no assists. And let's have a look at his aerial duels last season, 52%. He just doesn't score goals. He's just not very good at football. His first season with Bradford City, he did manage a couple, but this was over 2 years ago now. He played 30 times in that season, 8 of them being starts. He did manage the 3 goals in that season, averaging a goal every 314 minutes, which for a bit part striker isn't awful. For one of your highest paid players at your football club and your marquee signing at the time, it was absolutely awful. 13% goal conversion rate is terrible as well. Dual stats, he won 58% of them. Don't think he got an assist either. There's not really much that I can say. If this is a 19-year-old who's on £1,000, £1,500 a week, you'd maybe cut him a bit of slack. But for the money that he is on, he massively failed at Bradford City. He could not live up to the expectation. He couldn't deal with the pressure of playing in front of the big crowd as well. And like I've mentioned a few times, I'm delighted. I do wish him all the best, but I'm delighted that I don't have to watch him play football anymore. Let's have a look then at how Bradford City's squad is now lining up for the 2024-25 campaign. We know that we're pretty much expecting 2 new signings to be announced today. A goalkeeper from Blackburn and a left wing back from Crystal Palace. Obviously, if and when those deals and any further deals are announced, I'll get them videos out for you guys as soon as possible. But we look at our striking options. We've had 6 or 7 different players there at times throughout this season. We've now only got 2. Andy Cook is done for the season. We've only got Mellon and Kavanagh as natural strikers. I'm expecting a striker to come in, and I'm still expecting a marquee statement signing there. I know that our wage bill this season will probably be a little bit bigger than it has been in the previous couple of campaigns, just because the sheer amount of bodies that we've had. But I think we still need a big name striker to come in there, a proven goal scorer, because Kavanagh, Mellon, there's a lot of pressure on there to replace Andy Cook's goals, and I know recently some of our midfielders have stepped up, but you still need a striker who's going to put the ball in the back of the net. Obviously, there's a fair few players who are now out on loan away from the football club, 3 of them being strikers. Obviously, Adam Wilson and Sam Stubbs were done at the start of the season. The other 3 were all done in this transfer window. Tyler Smith has already scored for Barrow. Vadaine Oliver, I would be surprised if he gets more than 3 goals for Shrewsbury Town, in all honesty. But Gareth Ainsworth is a miracle worker, and like I mentioned earlier, he could probably make pigs fly. So I'm not going to talk about it too much. There's rumours that Jay Ben could potentially have his loan terminated. I'm not too sure the truth of that. I actually thought there was no option to send Jay Ben back to Lincoln City. That was certainly my understanding of that. But we still definitely need a striker, and obviously we do need a left wing back and a goalkeeper, but it sounds like them deals have already been agreed. I think it's Teo Adaramola from Crystal Palace is the left wing back, and I can't remember the goalkeeper's name off the top of my head, but their manager, the Blackburn manager, has already come out and said that we've already agreed a fee with him. That was around lunchtime today, so I would certainly expect that to be announced very soon. It might even be announced by the time that this video does come out. But my overall thoughts then on this news are I'm absolutely delighted. Thank you, Shrewsbury Town. Very similar to the Gilead situation in the summer. We've got a big earner off of our wage bill, or certainly a big portion of that off of our wage bill, and it's an opportunity now for Oliver to play regular first team football, which he definitely needs to do and he was not going to do at Bradford City, and hopefully try and get a bit of confidence back for him, because he's had a horrible 2.5 years with Bradford City. As much as he's been paid very nice to do that, where does his future go from here? Because he's on big money, probably wants to get I wouldn't say a similar wage in the summer, but we're still looking at about £2.5–3 grand a week in the summer, or that's certainly what I would estimate that. Who's going to pay that for a striker who's got 3 league goals in the last 3 seasons? It's not going to be good. So he needs to go there, hit the ground running, start scoring goals, and hopefully Shrewsbury do stay up, because like I say, I really like Gareth Ainsworth. Every time I listen to his interviews and stuff, it almost inspires me to throw my body on the line for Shrewsbury Town. And the City Vent have literally just this second tweeted saying, told we are working on an experienced striker before the deadline. I just mentioned that. We need to get a striker. I'm going to throw the name at you again. Freddie Draper. Just spend the money. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. 150 likes on today's video will be massively appreciated. Get your thoughts in Vadaine Oliver's departure down in the comment section down below, and how delighted are you that we're never going to watch him play for Bradford City again. If he gets a new contract in the summer, I'm snapping my season ticket in half. Even though they're digital these days, I'd fold the phone in half.